Hello everybody, good day and welcome to this amazing and mind-blowing videos. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing intensively about tooth stain or tooth discoloration, okay? So this is a video you definitely will not want to miss. So I would love you to please hold on, sit back and watch this video with me to the end. I promise to make it as brief and as interesting and as educating as possible, as much as I can. Okay, so please hold on and watch this video with me to the end. My name is Jethro Joel and I'm going to be your host for today. All right, so please, if you are new to our channel, I would love you to give us a like, share, comment and subscribe so you get notified when next we release mind-blowing videos like this. I also like to answer questions in the comment section. You can ask me any question regarding to this video, what you understand and what you did not understand. Okay, I will answer you in minutes, in less than a minute. Okay, so please feel free to ask me further questions. Okay, now let's get into business. What is tooth stain or tooth discoloration? So tooth stain or tooth discoloration simply refers to the presence or the appearance of colors on the surface of the natural teeth that we have. Okay, so when you have other stains or other colors on the surface of your teeth, normally the teeth is white in color, or the teeth should be white in color. But then we have certain cases or certain circumstances in some individuals where you find out that there are certain colors that appear on the surface of their teeth. Okay, some people's teeth are kind of brownish, some are reddish in color and all of that. So in today's video, I'm going to be intensively discussing about the causes of this tooth stain. I'm going to be discussing about their remedies, and I'm also going to be discussing about their types. Okay, so if you're a dental student or you're a dental practitioner or you're aspiring to be in the dental field, you will actually find this video interesting and educating. And perhaps you have the stains already on your teeth and you're wondering how whether it's good or bad and all of that and how to go about it. I'm going to simplify all your questions. Okay, so please sit back and watch this video. Now let's get into business. What are the types of tooth stain or tooth discoloration? Okay, so primarily we have two types of tooth stain or tooth discoloration. We have what we call the intrinsic stain and the extrinsic stain. Okay, get it well. I said we have the intrinsic stain and the extrinsic stain. So what I mean by the intrinsic stain simply means that the stain does not only appear on the surface of the teeth, but it penetrates and it goes deeper beyond the enamel. Are we together? It's just like let's say an inbuilt stain that cannot be easily removed. So intrinsic stains are actually difficult to be cleared. I'm going to explain the remedies. I'm going to explain how it can be cleared later on. Okay, but for now, just know that intrinsic stains are stains that penetrate deep into the teeth, while extrinsic stains are stains that are on the surface of the teeth. These stains can easily be cleared either by brushing or by regular scaling and polishing. Okay, so now let's lay that as a foundation. We have two types of dental stains or tooth discoloration. We have the intrinsic stain and then we have the extrinsic stain. I think that's a good foundation to start with. Okay, now what are the causes of this tooth stain or tooth discoloration that we just talked about? Now, the first cause of this tooth stain can be hereditary. All right, hereditary means it can be passed from generation to the other, from parents to children, and all of that. So, in some cases, you find out that certain people are capable of passing a particular type of dental stain from parents to children. Okay, so it does not actually mean that it does not actually mean that they are not healthy or all of that, but it's just a hereditary condition. Okay, now the next cause of dental stain is tobacco smoking. Okay, so if you are used to smoking tobacco, if you are a smoker, a chronic smoker, or just a beginner, yeah, there is this tendency that you are going to have stains on your teeth. And then let me point this clear. You see, most uh, dental stains or tooth discolorations that are inherited are mostly intrinsic. Okay, so that means they cannot be cleared out just by brushing and all of that. You have to go for what we call tooth whitening procedure in order to get them removed. But you see, mostly in the case of tobacco smoking, the stains can be both intrinsic and extrinsic. Okay, now next cause of tooth discoloration is what we call the fluorosis. Now, what is fluorosis? Fluorosis simply means the presence of excess fluorine in the food or water that a person takes. Okay, so if like in your early or formative age you are exposed to drinking water or eating food that have excess fluorine, then definitely there is going to be tooth discoloration on your teeth. Are we together? But the next cause of tooth discoloration we are going to talk about is what we call the congenital factors. Of course, congenital factors means factors that happen in the mother's womb during the development of the child. Okay, maybe the mother fell sick for some illnesses and to it led to tooth discoloration. Okay, we also have the intake of certain medications by the mother when she is pregnant. It can also cause stain. Okay, for example, if a pregnant woman is taking tetracycline, which we call flagyl, so it is capable of leading to a particular stain we call tetracycline stain on the person's teeth when he grow and develop fully. Okay, so I think these are, and then we have the environmental factors or geographic factors. Okay, the environmental factors or geographic factors, it simply refers to the fact that there are some people in certain geographic areas or geographic locations that have a peculiar type of tooth stain or tooth discoloration. All right, so I can remember the first time I went to dental school and I was undergoing the scaling and polishing. For the first time, one of the clinical instructors stepped into the clinic and saw me on the dental unit. And immediately she saw my mouth, she saw the type of stains that were in my mouth. She just directly asked, "Are you from Gombe State?" Okay, that means in her years of experience, she has known that people from Gombe State in Nigeria have a particular type of stain in their mouth, and she saw that type of stain also in my mouth. Okay, so I said we have environmental or geographical factors. Okay, now what are the remedies for tooth stain? Yeah, the remedies, there is, of course, if we have the causes and then we have the types, definitely there must be a remedy. Okay, so what are the remedies for tooth stain? All right, now the first remedy for tooth stain is what we call the regular scaling and polishing. Now, in my previous videos, I've emphasized the need for regular dental checkups and dental visits. It is very important that you visit your dentist 2 times every year to have your teeth cleaned and checked in order to prevent further dental complications. Okay, so one of the things that will happen to you when you visit the dental clinic is the scaling and polishing. They are going to use uh, an instrument we call the scaler, and they will scale and they will wash your mouth. Literally, we just say washing of the mouth, but then this time around we use metals, we use instruments, and then not the normal toothbrush. Okay, it is going to remove the stains on your teeth. Okay, now the next thing we have is what we call the next remedy for tooth discoloration is what we call the tooth whitening procedure. Okay, I think I'm going to attach a video, so I'm going to attach an image here so you see how it looks like. Okay, now the tooth whitening procedure is a procedure in the dental clinic whereby they will use a particular instrument that has the capacity to whiten your teeth and remove stains. Okay, yeah, I believe you can see the picture right here on the screen. So we call this procedure tooth whitening procedure. Okay, and then the next remedy for tooth discoloration is what we call the dental veneers. Yeah, dental veneers is often used when the stain that is on a person's tooth is on a person's teeth is mainly intrinsic, when it cannot totally be removed, and the person is desperately in need of tooth whitening. So we're going to use a veneer. A veneer is like a cap or a covering that covers the outer surface or the visible surface of the teeth, so it looks white. The covering is actually going to be white in color, so it looks white and natural. Okay, and then the next remedy for tooth discoloration is what we call the tooth whitening paste, as recommended by your dentist. So when you visit your dentist and he sees the type of stain in your mouth, if there is a toothpaste that can actually clear it, he will recommend for you, right? He will recommend a particular type of toothpaste that will help in achieving tooth whitening. Okay, now what are the disadvantages of this tooth discoloration? The advantages and disadvantages. Now let me point out clearly that not all discolored tooth are actually unhealthy. Okay, not all discolored tooth are actually unhealthy. In fact, as a matter of fact, certain studies have shown that some colored teeth are more stronger than than some white teeth that we have. Okay, so please do not feel bad as if the teeth that you have, the colored teeth that you have, is a disadvantage. No, it is actually good, it is actually strong. Nevertheless, if the if the stains or the discoloration on your teeth is tempering with your ambition or your goal, possibly you want to venture into pageantry, you want to be a celebrity, you want to be a public speaker, and then you want to have that white appearance, then definitely you will have to go and change it. But then otherwise, if the discoloration does not cause pain, if it does not discomfort you, I want you to know that you are perfectly okay, you are perfectly fine. Tooth whitening is only is tooth whitening is mostly carried out for aesthetic purposes. And as I said earlier on, maybe you want to go into pageantry or you want to be a celebrity and all of that, you can also go for tooth whitening. Okay, so I believe I've done justice to this topic. Yeah, so please feel free to ask me any question you don't understand in the comment section. I'll be right there to answer you immediately. And then if you are new to our channel, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe so you get notified when next we release a video. I'm very grateful for having you sit back and watch this video up to this point in time. So please let me see your questions in the comment section. Thank you and bye.